All right, today we have this old thermometer. Obviously, this is severely yellowed, and I'm going to try to clean some of this yellow off. The story on this thermometer is this has been hanging on my friend Mark's carport all the time I've known him, over 20 years. And obviously it's seen better days. And I was over talking to him today, and he looked up at it and he said, I guess I'm going to have to throw the old thermometer away. And I looked at it, and there's nothing really wrong with it other than it's yellow. And then he started telling me, I bought that for my mom. Well, his mom died almost 20 years ago. So he said, yeah, I bought that for my mom, and she just loved it because, number one, it has her name in it, and there's a rose, but mainly because the numbers were big enough she could read them from inside the house. And Mark's mom had glaucoma, and she had really poor eyesight in the later years. So anyway, Mark bought this for his mom, and he's looking at it, and he's just, you could tell, he's just kind of like, I guess I'm going to have to throw that away. So today, we're going to try to clean it up for him so that he can actually keep it and use it a little while longer. So if you can feel this, it's gritty. It's just covered in dirt. It's gritty, just the things that blow around. So we've got to try to get this apart without breaking it. That might be fun. And then we got to try to clean it up. So let's see if we can get this thing apart very carefully. There's a little spider friend right there too. I'm using a wider screwdriver than I would normally try to grab. And the reason is I want to spread the force over a wider area to try not to break these. Try not to crack it. I think it's all unlocked. Let's see. Okay, there's a little bit. I think we got it. Little spider friend, you're gonna have to go bye-bye. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. Let's see what this thing actually looks like under all this yellowed plastic. Come on. We're getting there, but it wants to keep dropping back in on the other side. And I don't like when things like that happen. Okay, so there's what it looks like. And honestly, it is pretty clean in there. And the other thing is, it's still accurate. I checked it with the weather app on my phone while we were standing there talking, and it's still accurate. So we just need to clean all this up. And then mainly, we need to try to bring that back somewhat. Now, this is not going to be a professional result. But luckily, I'm not a professional, so, that's okay. So now we have to clean it to get all of this dust and crud off of it. So I'm just going to take a toothbrush. I'm mainly just going to get all this loose dirt. Okay, it's even a little gritty in here. This is an old sock just for that purpose, so we'll use it. Okay. So here's one of the things I've used in the past. We'll probably use this. It's Plastex. It's McGuire's brand. is specifically clear plastic cleaner and polish. We're going to use it, but probably later. I'm going to try something new. Yep, hand sanitizer. I'm going to try some of that. It didn't seem to hurt it, though. So let's move forward. I'm going to put a glove on. Oh yeah, you can see the yellow coming off now. We're slightly better. Not a ton, but we're slightly. If something happens to it, you know, Mark was going to throw it away anyway. So I would feel bad, but this is not something we absolutely have to fix. It's just something we're testing and, you know, just trying to do Mark a favor. Mark's a nice guy. He's the kind of guy that, you know, works way more than 40 hours a week, puts in a garden. He gets in his 30-year-old riding mower that has never been rebuilt. True story. It's an old Toro with a little trailer, and he goes around town to the neighbors and he hauls fresh produce to the front door and hands it out for free. So those are the kind of people you try to take care of. So we're getting to where we can see through it. We can see through it. Like, I can read the Plastex bottle through it where I couldn't there. So it's getting better. Getting a little better. All right, I'll be right back. Let me rinse this off. All right, let's do a comparison with the actual face of it. Definitely better. All right. So I guess now we'll try some of this Plastex. Okay. I think you get the point. A lot better than it was. Definitely not perfect. This video is getting a little long already, so I'll go ahead, do this, try to clean up the rim a little bit, pop it back together, and I'll show you the final product. Okay, it's gonna have to be rotated one way or the other. I don't think we're gonna see 120-degree days, so let's put it more toward the 120. I hope we're not going to see any 120-degree days. All right. Let's see how it looks. Well, what do you think, guys? I know Mark will like it. And it was well worth my time to help him out. Thanks for watching, guys.